Hello again. PDAC Day 2 Toronto, and we're talking here to the President and CEO of the Lithium Corporation. This is Waldo Perez. Welcome to you, Waldo. Great to see you. You have a wonderful story about lithium happening in Argentina. Tell us what's going on there. You're at quite an advanced stage, aren't you?
Thank you. Yes, this project was discovered only 3 years ago, and in 3 years we have raised a total of $90 million. And we have moved the project from discovery to resource, preliminary economic assessment, updated resource, and imminently, matter of days, we are going to be releasing our pre-feasibility.
And I know you're very excited about that. Why will the results of that pre-feasibility study be so important to Lithium?
It is very important because we have defined that the numbers that we issue at preliminary economic assessment are going to be vastly improved. Reserve is going to be increased. The CapEx is going to be decreased. The OpEx is going to be better OpEx numbers. All that is through the engineering and geology work that has been done in the last year that have improved significantly the project. There's only so much I can talk about it because it's imminently to be released. So I think that the shareholders and the public needs to be paying attention. After the March break, there's going to be very good news.
But what we do know is you are going to continue drilling at that high-grade zone.
Yes, one of the aspects of this project is that it has a northern sector that is very high grade. Now, the higher the grade, the smaller the size of the ponds that are required to process this brine, and therefore the less capital is required to build the mine. So we are really in a very good situation by having very low impurities and very high grade.
So what is your lithium project looking to supply then? Is it just going to be feedstock, or are you looking at more downstream and more refined material?
It's going to be what it is called battery grade lithium carbonate. So for the first phase, we will only be producing lithium carbonate. The project is so big though, it has literally tens, 50, 100 years of resources.
Well, give us some numbers then. How big is it?
Yes, well, the last resource estimation gave us 8 million tons of lithium carbonate equivalent, which is divided in 4 million tons measured and indicated and 3 as inferred. On top of that, we're drilling now to even increase that resource. Now, think about it, that is enough to keep a company going for over 100 years. So the plan is to start with the lithium carbonate production, and in a phase 2, in a phase 3, expand to other products, including hydroxide and others.
Let's talk about the permitting.
Yeah.
You're fully permitted at the moment,
Yes.
environmentally
Yes.
and in other aspects. Give us some detail on that.
Yes, we basically have the permits for the use of the road, the use of the surface, the environmental permits. So really, this project is in a unique situation. Not only we own 100% of the project, but it's fully permitted. The last permit and the only permit that is missing is for mine construction that is going to happen after we define the pre-feasibility.
Which you talked about at the beginning.
Exactly.
Okay, so when that comes through, you'll have that information.
Exactly.
Lithium, what's your outlook, do you think?
Look, 10 years ago, nobody knew what lithium was. We started lithium with the battery, the iPhone and others that had high-tech batteries. And remember the weight of a cell phone 10 years ago, and now they're so light.
It was like a brick, wasn't it?
It was a big break. Also, remember that before you had to, with other type of batteries, you needed to discharge the battery. There were even some gadgets that they sell to you to discharge the battery so to charge it again. Well, lithium batteries don't need that. And that is so efficient in terms of energy density that you can now build a car on that. Now, when cell phones started to use lithium batteries, lithium consumption doubled. That was only on cell phones.
And they're that big.
And a cell phone has 2-3 grams of lithium.
Yeah.
Well, a car has 1 kilo of lithium. So imagine the impact of electrification in the lithium industry is huge. We need one mine like ours every year to be in production for the next literally 100 years in order to convert all cars from gasoline to electric cars.
And on top of that, they've got to be in safe and reliable jurisdictions.
Yeah, of course.
Which Argentina is.
And Argentina is fantastic. It's today the third largest world producer. There is 2 mines in operation. We're pretty sure that ours is going to be the third. And actually there are many projects from friendly competitors that are actually doing a great job exploring too. So it's a very good jurisdiction to be.
Waldo, tell people watching this, investors watching this and shareholders why they should take a position on Neolithium now.
Look, you need to take a position on Neolithium now before we actually strike a deal with the mayor on or strategic, because then the obviously appreciation of the stock is going to be huge. Right now the stock is an excellent situation to stake in, and think the following: half the company is owned by guys like JP Morgan, BlackRock, big funds like RBM and so on. These guys have done extensive due diligence to actually finance our project. We are one of the few junior companies, small company, that is owned by such a big funds. There is a reason for that. That's the quality of the project, the grade, the size, and the financial, the strength of this project. So now, soon is the time to jump in.
And just lastly, in terms of news flows, you say really important to watch this space as far as Neolithium is concerned, because you have a major announcement coming out
It's before
this
the end of
month?
the month. It's this month, before the end of the month. So stay tuned.
Waldo Perez, great to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Excellent.